Hello, it is story time. So today's book is A Squash and a Squeeze. Now, if you listen carefully, it does contain the two sounds we've looked at today, S and sh. So a squash and a squeeze. So see if you can hear any of those sounds whilst I read the story. Are you ready? A little old lady lived all by herself, with a chair and a table and a jug on the shelf. So shelf. A wise man heard her grumble and grouse. There's not enough room in my house. Wise old man, won't you help me, please? My house is a squash and a squeeze. Take in your hen, said the wise old man. Take in my hen? What a curious plan. While the hen laid an egg on the fireside rug and flapped around the room, knocking over the jug. The little old lady cried, What shall I do? It was pokey for one and it's tiny for two. My nose has a tickle and there's no room to sneeze. My house is a squash and a squeeze. And she said, Wise old man, won't you help me, please? My house is a squash and a squeeze. I wonder what he's going to say next. Take in your goat, said the wise old man. Take in my goat? What a curious plan. Well, the goat chewed the curtains and trod on the egg, then sat down to nibble the table leg. The little old lady cried, Glory be! It was tiny for two and it's titchy for three. The hen pecks the goat and the goat's got fleas. My house is a squash and a squeeze. And she said, Wise old man, won't you help me, please? My house is a squash and a squeeze. Take in your pig, said the wise old man. Take in my pig? What a curious plan. So she took in her pig, who kept chasing the hen and raiding the larder again and again. To greedy little pig. The little old lady cried, Stop! I implore. It was titchy for three and it's tiny for four. Even the pig in the larder agrees. My house is a squash and a squeeze. And she said, Wise old man, won't you help me, please? My house is a squash and a squeeze. Take in your cow, said the old wise man. Take in my cow? What a curious plan. Well, the cow took one look and charged straight at the pig, then jumped on the table and tapped out a jig. The little old lady cried, Heavens alive! It was tiny for four, it's weeny for five. I'm tearing out my hair, down on my knees. My house is a squash and a squeeze. And she said, Wise old man, won't you help me, please? My house is a squash and a squeeze. Take them all out, said the wise old man. But then I'll be back where I first began. So she opened the window and out flew the hen. That's better. At last I can sneeze again. She shooed out the goat and she shoved out the pig. My house is beginning to feel pretty big. She huffed and she puffed and she pushed out the cow. Just look at my house, it's enormous now. Thank you, old man, for your work you have done. It was weeny for five, it's gigantic for one. There's no need to grumble and there's no need to grouse. There's plenty of room in my house. Now she's full of frolics and fiddle-dee-dees. It isn't a squash and it isn't a squeeze. Yes, she's full of frolics and fiddle-dee-dees. It isn't a squash or a squeeze. That's the end of the book. So the lesson there is be grateful for what you got, really, because she was like, oh, it's a squash and a squeeze just for one, but it wasn't, was it? Tomorrow's story time. I did some food shopping today and I treated us to some new storybooks. So I'm going to put up two storybooks and we're going to have a little vote. So the winning book is what I shall read tomorrow. So keep your eyes peeled tomorrow to see which books are on offer. Take care and see you tomorrow. Ha det bra, Frinjai!